What's up, everybody? Here to talk about today's General Hospital episode. That episode right there, I tell you. And kind of yesterday's episode. I know I didn't talk about yesterday's episode. I actually just watched it this morning. I had the day off today. I just watched it this morning. And yesterday, I went to school, then I worked. Then I came home with sleep. Well, I ate, found something to eat, and then I came home with sleep. Because I didn't get much sleep the night before, so I came home yesterday and went to sleep. No, I didn't watch. I didn't watch. I knew I had the day off today, and I didn't watch GH till yesterday's GH till this morning. I will flat out say I'm glad to see Stavros Castellan back. One thing I will say, I thought the guy was playing him, Robert Kilker Kelly. I thought he retired. From what I heard, he had retired from acting, and he flies planes now. I want to know how Frank Valentini does it. How does he convince people to come back? He convinced this guy to come out of retirement and come back to do this storyline. So let's talk about today's episode. Stavros apparently wants we found out that he was the one that sent the Ice Princess Diamond. He was also the one that had Nicholas shot, because apparently there was a lot of flashback today between Helena, Nicholas, and Stavros. Helena knew Stavros was alive, because Stavros was apparently died 10 years ago. I think he died in 2003. So yeah, he died a couple of years ago, 10 years ago, and apparently he didn't die, and Helena pulled him from that pit. He fell to a bottomless pit, and he survived it apparently, and Helena stitched him back to health using I think the ice machine. I think that ice machine that apparently back in the 80s, I think that Mikos Castellan wanted to freeze the world. So she basically put him on ice. And like I said, he was the one, and Nicholas found out about all this. That's why Nicholas was coming to Port Charles to basically tell everybody about what Stavros was doing and what Helena what Stavros was up to and whatnot. And Stavros, his ideal plan is he basically wants Lulu for himself. He saw Lulu and Dante, he saw them and actually thought Lulu was Laura, and so he basically said he had to have her. And then he figured out that from Nicholas that Lulu is Laura's daughter with Luke. Because my understanding is, I think the last time we saw Stavros, Lulu was a little girl. They didn't source her to be Julie Marie Berman until I think in 2005, something like that. 2005, 2006, they sourced her to be Julie Marie Berman. But anyway, and this is also supposed to be the first episode with that Amy Ryland, who we all know from Young and the Restless, as Abby. She's the new Lulu. This is supposed to be the first episode she appeared on, which she kind of didn't even really appear on this episode. I know she's in the previews for tomorrow, but we really didn't see her face. Basically, Dante, who apparently Helena didn't do anything with, is also on Castellan Island. He basically goes all badass, goes off Sonny Corinthos mode, and he is Sonny's son. Goes off Sonny Corinthos and basically starts taking out the guards and whatnot. And apparently, he finds Helena's body, because apparently Mikos says Mikos is going to nurture Helena back to health, just like she did him. And he also Stavros also said that he's gonna nurse Helena back to health, and also do the same thing with his new princess, his ice princess. He's calling Lulu his ice princess, his princess. So anyway, we found out that I don't want to call him Mikos. Stavros is also the one that knocked Dante out when we all know when Lulu was kidnapped and whatnot. He was the one that knocked Dante out. I am really all in all, I am really intrigued with this storyline. I applaud them for bringing Robert Kelker Kelly back as Stavros. I remember I actually, my first appearance from Robert Kelker Kelly, I really haven't. I didn't watch much. When he was on GH, I actually took a break from the show. Well, actually, his last term was, I think it's like 2000. I want to say 2003. But yeah, I really wasn't watching. I watched the show back then, but I like took some breaks, took some mini breaks because I didn't really like some of the storylines that were going on. But I really know Robert Kelker Kelly from Days of Our Lives. He played Bo Brady. Well, he replaced Peter Recco as Bo Brady, and apparently, he also apparently he actually really did do a pretty good job at it. But and after he left Days of Our Lives, he went to GH. But anyway, now let's talk about Brenda versus Carly. I lived for that fight today. Even though it really wasn't a fight, it was really just them roughing each other up and whatnot. I lived for that. I really did live for that. Brenda, we all know Brenda. I have a feeling Brenda and Michael didn't sleep together. That's just what I'm guessing. I don't think Brenda and Michael slept together. In my humble opinion, I really don't think they slept together. I think Brenda's leading Carly on to think they slept together, and also making Michael think they slept together. Because Michael was sitting there telling AJ today, he really does. He guess he slept with Brenda. He really doesn't even know how he got in her room. All he knows is, I have a feeling Michael got all drunk and whatnot, and Brenda probably found him because we all know he broke up with Star, which they haven't said her name. They kept calling her that girl, and Michael's his girlfriend. Because AJ asked him, "What about your girlfriend?" And he told him about how she broke up with him and whatnot, and how if Star meant anything to him, that they would basically break up. They should break up. So Michael basically went to drinking, and we all know Michael's not really a drinker. And so, but Michael basically just went to drinking and whatnot, and got drunk. And I just think Brenda found him at the bar or something like that, and didn't want him to drive home, and just took him in, put him in her bed and whatnot, not knowing that Carly was gonna walk in. So she's making Carly think that and making everybody think that she slept with Michael. And I actually like AJ. AJ killed me today. AJ had me rolling today. He was basically sitting there loving it. And I remember back in the day, AJ like had a crush on Brenda. AJ tried to get with Brenda like back in the day. And it was actually funny seeing AJ react to telling Michael, "I am glad. I am ecstatic that you slept with a supermodel." But yeah, that kind of had me rolling today. AJ was also happy for him and whatnot. And AJ also had like a dad moment today. He basically told Michael that the alcoholism runs in their family, and he shouldn't go out and do much drinking anymore. And this showed the father side of AJ. Now let's talk about Elizabeth, Alexis, and Nicholas. Nicholas was basically sitting there telling Alexis and Elizabeth about Stavros being alive, about Stavros' plan. And Alexis looked like she was seriously terrified. I mean, I know that's her brother, true enough, but she seriously looked like she was terrified when she found out Stavros was alive. She seriously looked terrified. And I wonder if I actually want to see Alexis's daughters. Well, she ain't got number 2 on the show right now. But I would love to see Alexis's daughters, well, Sam and Molly, get involved in this Cassadine storyline. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Anyway, and some people actually out there saying maybe Stavros is Sam's dad. And I'm not gonna lie to you, Cassadine, even though Alexis and Stavros are half brothers and sisters, Cassadines do some freaky stuff like that. So anyway, all in all, let me see what else happened on today's episode. I want to say that's it for the main plot line. Sonny and Olivia, I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't mind seeing them pair Sonny and Olivia together. Olivia was they were basically sitting there worried about Dante, and they were sitting there talking about Sonny's problems with Kate, Connie. It's been so great that she hasn't been on. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's been so great that character hadn't been on. I know I praise the actress for the in the role, but it's been great that character hadn't been on lately. I know we're not. I think she's gonna be back next week. But anyway, I wouldn't mind seeing them pairing Sonny and Olivia together. I really would not mind that. But anyway, that's all I got for today's video. Let me know what you guys think about Star Wars Cassadine being alive. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is Dominic checking out. Peace, God bless, and I'm out.